how many friends have become couples, and how many couples become married? Then subsequently, how many of those end up becoming divorced? Several, because no matter how you see your current life, your partner will also see it, and they'll think that he or she might be able to get away with it, whatever the divorce predicament may be. Always pay attention to moves your partner makes. It is the only way to maintain your relationship. Know this: even if you pay attention, there's bound deceit at every turn.
I was on live earlier and I mentioned my final divorce hearing being today, and I was talking about how it's finalized, yada yada yada. So someone commented something about divorce being a sin and you should be so ashamed that you gave up and yada yada yada. And they were like making divorce out to be like the most god-awful thing in the world. But I'm here to tell y'all, yeah, divorce sucks. Nobody wants to get divorced. Literally every aspect of a divorce sucks. But what sucks more than that is not being loved correctly. What sucks more than that is being disrespected. What sucks more than that is showing your children what love is not supposed to be. Whoa, why didn't y'all tell me my hair was... Anyway, what sucks more than a divorce is staying somewhere that you're not valued. What really sucks is waking up in 45 years and looking at your life and you're like, damn, my life really went by that fast and I wasn't happy for any of it. What sucks is settling. Y'all are all baddies. Y'all all deserve the best. So why, I say y'all, we all deserve the best. Why stay somewhere you're not appreciative? I stay somewhere that literally mentally drains you. Divorce sucks. Like, I'm not discrediting that. But if you would have asked me 17 months ago if I thought I would be as at peace and happy as I am now, I'd be like, hell no, I'm down bad. Like, I was a wreck back then. But fast forward 17 months, I'm thriving. I'm doing the best that I have ever done in my entire life. I have the most self-confidence that I've ever had. I would rather my kids come from a broken home. And that was the hardest part, honestly. But I would rather them come from a broken home than get the absolute worst version of me. When you're happy, you're a better parent. When you're happy, you're a better friend. When you're happy, you're a better freaking coworker. Like, literally up here. It's up here. Your mental state is everything. And that's not going to thrive if you're in a miserable marriage. If you're going through it, I feel you. I feel your pain. I know how hard it is, but I also know that there are brighter days ahead, and you gonna get through it, okay? Stay strong. Don't let nobody tell you how to live your life. Do what's best for you. Yeah, I think that's all I got.
See through everything until everything is so clear that you don't need anything else to see. That is the phenomena which lies in front of you. Now you're lucky enough to be able to grasp everything that has happened to you. And you recognize this chance as an unexpected circumstance which life has given you once again. You will handle things more maturely. You might even give love another chance. But all the things that have happened to you should not go to waste. You'll remember the important things and the less important ones as well. Because if you are not as interested as you should be, that would be negligence.
The other day, my soon-to-be ex-husband asked me if Friday, me, him, and the girls can go have dinner. I politely declined, and I just got off of work. And I have a text, and he's asking to come pick up our 4-year-old tomorrow. And I said, for what? He said, I just want to spend some time with her, and I want to give you some time to get some things done if you need. For one, I had to even check and make sure that it was the right person texting me, because he has never volunteered. I think he's trying to show me that he's trying, and I don't think he's realized that it's over. He had 1,011 chances, and now that we are officially in the process of a divorce, now you want to do all the things that I needed you to do when we were married? We were in the middle of a custody battle. It would be really irresponsible of me to let our youngest child go with you anywhere, let alone alone. You live with another man at a bachelor pad. I don't even know if it's safe there. And so the answer is again, no. Maybe once all this court stuff is over and everything is settled down and you really are changing, then maybe we can have a normal co-parenting relationship. But I'm not sending the kids with you right now. It would just be irresponsible of me. I know he's trying to butter me up and make me think he's changed. A cheetah don't change his spots. He is who he is, and he's already shown me that a lot of times. He's had 13 years to be a good man. So unfortunately, the answer is no. Not until a judge lets me send my kids with you or forces me to send my kids with you will I ever let them go alone with you anywhere. As much as I would love for my kids to have a normal relationship with their father, he has already made his choices. Now it's my responsibility to protect my children.
It certainly takes your breath away to realize that your ex-husband has not found the lesson he was supposed to learn when you met him. Nevertheless, everything in life has become something you need to learn. And in this case, the progression between two adults and their dialogue is precedent. We won't involve the children simply because they are not significant most of the time. Even though you created an atmosphere where you believe they are, they're not. As far as you're concerned, you're partly right in not letting them go and spend time with their father. But that's a lesson that comes clouded with problems. You believe that what you have done here is accurate. So continue your behavior towards the children. It will be them that feel the most without a father, even if he is a bad one.
I went through my husband's phone and now I'm divorcing him, so let's get into it. So first I want to preface this by saying that as a wife, if I ever want to look through my husband's phone, I have the full right to do that. And if he wants to look through my phone, he knows my passcode, like he can look through my phone whenever he wants to. But as the wife, if I'm ever feeling insecure or weird, like there are times in our relationship where we're not doing the best, we're really distant, and I feel like I need to do that to gain some clarity and to feel better, I feel like I should be able to do that. So my husband and I have been having a lot of issues for the last few months. We've been super distant, sleeping in separate rooms. We're not having sex, like nothing at all. We're pretty much like roommates. And you know, as a woman, to my women, that gut feeling that you get, our intuition that is so incredibly strong and annoyingly always correct. So I had that the other night. And I recognized it and I went to him and I said, hey, I am feeling a certain way. I'm feeling kind of insecure. I'm having like a bad feeling in my belly and I would like to look through your phone. And he said, okay, you can look through my phone. I said, great. Can you go get it for me? And it was dead and he had to go and get it from his work bag or something and charge it. And all of a sudden he got really, really quiet after he said, yes, I can go through your phone. So after about 5 minutes of silence, I finally ask him again, can you go get your phone? I'm going to put it on the charger and look at it. And he goes, I don't think you should look at my phone. Okay. So he knows that I'm going to find something in there that's upsetting because he said, I don't think it's a good idea. We already haven't been in a good place and you're not going to be happy with what you find. Now I have to see it, okay? Now I absolutely have to see it. So I demand it at this point, and it takes a long time for him to turn it over, but eventually he does, and I go upstairs to the bedroom, I put it on the charger, I lock the door, and I start going through it. So I may not go over everything in detail because it's redundant at this point. It doesn't really matter, but he's going out to the bars with his friends, which I didn't have any problem with him doing, but he's giving out his phone number and telling girls that he's single. And it's interesting, like my husband has like a tattoo of like our initials on his ring finger. So like even when he's not wearing his wedding ring, like it's very, I mean, if you're paying attention, it's pretty obvious that he's a married man. I digress. He's texting women that he's single. He went over to a coworker's house. She doesn't know that he's married, like she's single. He went over to her house and did God knows what. So after finding all of that, one thing that I want to preface this by saying is that, like women, if you're still around, if you are looking through your man's phone, be ready to leave him. You must be ready to leave your man if you're going through his phone, because otherwise, what's the point of even doing it? Just to hurt your feelings? No, if you find something with that gut feeling that you had that is enough to leave that man, you must do it. And because I love myself and respect myself, I'm going to choose not to stay with somebody, even though we've had a really great relationship. He makes me very happy most of the time. I'm going to choose not to stay with someone who treats me that way and who goes off and disrespects me like that after 10 years. So this is going to be very interesting. I've never been married before and I've never divorced anyone, so I have no idea how to divorce someone. So this will be very interesting, learning the process of separating things. But honestly, like I know that sometimes it's going to be hard, but like this is for the best. And you know what? That's just how I feel today. And tomorrow I might be a total damn wreck. But if you stay this long, thanks. And stay tuned to watch me become shattered and a mess and then happy and then laughing. Like, I have no idea how this is going to go. So wish me luck.
It takes permanence to form a complete circle, but it also takes the same amount of permanence to end such circle. That is why she's going through the same thing in her divorce. Except she thinks it's the first time. No wonder she wants to keep reliving the same memories, even though the outcome is the same. She will continue to explore every instance in its entirety, always hoping for the best, but she will also know that everything happens for a reason, and precisely that reason is why she's content. So keep in mind, while it's still his fault, both of you are getting a divorce, and it'll stay like that forever. There has been plenty of times which we have spent together on this platform. There has been many pieces of life, some short and some long, but every fragment that it has touched has and will remain as a construct of history, simply to show you that we're living here now. We want to thank you again for coming. We hope we see you again.